Hey, MMT followers, Christina Fuges with MMT Technology back for another quick MMT chat. And today, my guest is a SPE, Society of Plastics Engineers, Mold Technologies Division 2024 Glenn Beall Scholarship recipient. And this scholarship supports students that are pursuing careers in plastics, including mold making. So, welcome and congratulations, Luke Hodgson.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me on.
All right, so you are currently a student at the University of Wisconsin-Stout, and you're pursuing a career in plastics and polymer engineering, right? Okay, so why don't we get down to you boasting about yourself a little bit? Why do you believe that you were a 2024 recipient?
I think I got the Glenn Beall Scholarship because I'm really passionate about plastics engineering. I've worked really hard to get the hands-on experience that you need to get a scholarship like this one. I worked at Vincent Tool and interned at Nolato Contour. At Vincent Tool, it's a machine shop, and it gave me a really solid foundation. And then the same for my internship at Nolato Contour. It gave me kind of a different look with the medical device manufacturing side of it.
I have to ask you this. We have to go back a little bit. Where did this interest come from, getting into manufacturing on any level?
Yeah, well, um, my father is an engineer, and just growing up, just building things with your hands and really like dissecting how things work and I mean obviously when you're young you're oh this works this way, but as I got older it was kind of like, oh, maybe this should work this way, maybe this could be improved in this aspect, and that's kind of where my beginnings in my interest in plastics engineering and engineering in general kind of began.
So you like to look at things and understand how they work and maybe how they can work better, right?
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
absolutely.
So how do you think this scholarship's going to help you become the kind of plastics engineer that you want to be? Someone who's known for coming up with better designs and fixing some bigger industry problems.
Yeah, well, obviously the scholarship is huge, just looking solely at the financial burden of college, but and that really just helps me allow me to study, to focus more on my studies. And then it's also an honor to be recognized by SPE, and their recognition, I guess, allows me to have more, I guess, contact with industry pros, which is a huge part of, I guess, growing my career and becoming a more professional and experienced engineer. Yeah, and then also for anyone thinking about applying to the 2025 scholarship, just some advice. I'd say really just get as much hands-on experience as you can. That's the most important thing. Obviously, like classroom stuff is amazing, but just get hands-on experience, and then just show your passion, and then that really makes a difference in getting a scholarship such as this one.
I agree. So you said two things there that are interesting to me. I love that you noted that just by being part of this, you've entered the network. And that's what it's
Mhm.
all about. I mean, a lot of times it's who you know. And to be around people and people that are more experienced or seasoned in where you want to be, right? In plastics and engineering and manufacturing, that's invaluable. That's going to be huge for you making your own little network. The second thing is you mentioned the hands-on experience. That seems to be a big challenge between going from middle school to high school to college to university. There's not a lot of those opportunities. So, how do you suggest someone goes about getting that hands-on experience?
Really reach out to everyone around you. There's opportunities. Let's just be honest. In this sort of field, engineering in general, and specifically plastics engineering, reach out, find something that you have passion for, and then just go for it. Get your hands dirty. And I mean, in the long run, that's kind of the kind of mindset I'm at right now is get as much diverse hands-on experience that you can, and that will just help you in the long run. Yeah.
I like your go get it attitude because don't just sit and wait for it to fall on you. Go out and chase it. Go get it. Look for those opportunities because they are there. So, looking at your background in school and work, I see that you really like to work with plastics and polymers, especially in pertaining to the environment. So do you have any cool ideas or cool projects in mind that are going to mix that plastic technology and being eco-friendly and sustainable, all that kind of stuff? Talk about that a little bit.
Being environmental friendly has always been a huge part of what I'm interested in, because obviously plastics is a huge, like, mature environment, but I mean, they are plastics. Some people do have a negative connotation when they hear the word plastic manufacturing, that's sadly that is the case. But I really want to work on specifically with like the medical field, because through my work with Nolato Contour, I noticed that we made a huge quantity of plastics they're basically one-offs for medical reasons, right? They're that's a good reason that they're one-offs. But I think it's really important that I work on getting like biodegradable plastics specifically for medical use. Um, and just creating materials that can safely break down after the one use application.
Okay. So you mentioned earlier that you worked at Vincent Tool and the medical device company. So you've seen both machining and medical device. How do you think that experience at both of those companies have shaped pretty much how you tackle problems or how you're going to tackle problems in plastics?
Yeah. So obviously started at Vincent Tool, which is more of the mold-based design and manufacturing. And then just the last summer had my internship at Nolato Contour, which is the medical manufacturing. And looking specifically at Nolato, it's a very, very fast-paced and quick procedure. Obviously, I mean, you're looking at injection molding, so very short cycle times, but just in general, just a very, very fast procedure. But obviously that taught me to think on my feet, just adapt to any problem. But looking at sort of the bigger problems, I really just learned that problems are going to happen. Problems will always occur throughout the project. I hate to say it, nothing is foolproof. Nothing is going to just work 100% of the way. But it's just really important to take your time, breathe, do one step at a time, work through the problem. Um, Ask questions. I mean, during my summer internship, or even not even just specifically me, but some of the guys that I worked with, like they've been at the company for several years, and if they don't know something and they've done their due diligence, they go out, they ask a question, they work as a team, right? And just really at the end of the day, the most important thing is to minimize that chance of that the problem is going to occur in the future, because
Exactly.
that's the main goal for when those problems do occur.
Yeah. Learn from them, right? Learn from them.
Absolutely.
This is a good segue into I've noticed that you've been a leader in several different ways, from running the percussion section I read about and to heading up engineering projects. So, how do you want to use your leadership skills to make your mark in plastics engineering?
Yeah, so I really obviously I want to lead projects, but I really think that for a good leader, it's important to have a nice open communication throughout your team. And that's really what makes a team good. And specifically for the projects, um, obviously cutting edge is just that's kind of where I would like to be, but it's really just important while you're on the cutting edge is to focus on sustainability. Like if you're just focusing on the cutting edge and you're not worrying about what is going to happen after that, how that is going to either affect the industry or the project specifically that you're working on, there's really no point. So
Mhm.
sustainability is a really important thing. And then just looking back, open communication and learning are just really, really important things to have through your leadership roles or on a team role. Yeah.
Excellent. Well said. All right. Last but not least, I know you mentioned you had advice for people in terms of the scholarship and how to be and show your passion. But any last words in terms of literally how to go find this funding that is available, even outside of the SPE Mold Technologies Division? How can, what advice do you have in that realm?
At the end of the day, ask your professors because they want what's best for you, right? If you do your job and you do your homework, we'll call it, they will help you in every single way that they can to show you where these scholarships are.
Thank you for coming on MMT Chats to promote the SPE MTD Scholarship Program. And to repeat, for anyone who wants to apply for the 2025 program, the application process is open. You can email the education chair, Joe Karpinski, at his email below, at the link below. And the 2025 Student Scholarship is in honor of the legacy of the late Joe Prishak, who was the founder of the Plastic Group and Mold Making Technology magazine, as well as many other educational and community initiatives. It's a $3,000 scholarship that supports undergraduate students that are pursuing careers in plastics manufacturing, engineering, and other STEM-related fields. So for the full story on the scholarship, you can see the show notes and links, or visit mtd.4, the number 4, spe.org. And remember, for all things mold making, visit moldmakingtechnology.com. Stay informed and stay inspired.